Hello everybody, this is Nneka and you are on Splash Mag. Be inspired.
Here's a rough jam for your phonograph needle. Final check.
Here today the Splash Mag with Nneka. Hi, nice to meet you.
Pleasure.
How are you?
I'm fine. And you?
Yes, awesome. I'm a little bit ill. My throat is playing me bad at the moment.
Ginger.
Ginger? Yeah, we don't have
pure
one,
ginger.
But maybe at the catering service I asked them for.
Yeah.
I can't speak so much, but it's not about me, it's about you. So we want to do a vinyl check. I will show you some vinyls and you just tell us how they influenced you, if they influenced you, and if you know them or not. We start with Mobb Deep.
Oh.
Yeah. It's not about this special vinyl, only which influence had Mobb Deep on you?
Mobb Deep definitely has been one of the major impacts on my loving hip-hop and of course being passionate about it. Mobb Deep, you know, despite the fact that their music back in the days was very, how do I put it, aggressive and raw, I still felt behind that aggression there's a lot of love and melancholy, and that's where I found the connection, especially to the beats, the type of beats they have. One of my first recordings was done on a Mobb Deep instrumental. I think it was Survival of the Fittest. Yeah.
Okay.
So I do definitely love Mobb Deep.
Very good. Your breakthrough began when you performed as the opening act for Sean Paul. So how do you like Sean Paul and his music?
Well,
was it an honor to play as the opening act?
Definitely, it was an honor, and it was my first show ever that I had with a live band. So the experience performing with a live band. Initially, I was a performer that I will have DJ Farhot at the back with the beats or instrumentals, and I sing, you know, random. But that stage was so massive. It was Stadtpark in Hamburg, and somebody advised me that I perform with a live band, and you know that was what I did. I didn't get to know. I mean, I didn't really get to connect with Sean Paul at that time. It was only until where were we the last festival, Torsten, where we met Sean Paul? Bulgaria. It was in Bulgaria, I think a week ago, exactly, where I met Sean Paul again, and you know, I told him, I said, "Do you remember me?" He said, "No." I said, "This was 8 years ago."
Wow.
And I opened for you, and you didn't even look at me with the back of your head. And then he said, "Okay, well, what's your name?" And
I
then,
was
you know,
so stupid.
that time, you know, we then had a face-to-face conversation, and he's very, from the vibe I got, very very humble.
Yeah, but that's a nice story that you met him 1 week ago. Okay, the same I think was now a CD with Patrice. You also played for him as an opening act, and I think he's a very good musician, a reggae musician out of Germany. And what do you think about him? Do you have an eye on him?
Well, Patrice, as you already mentioned, it was, I think, my first tour ever was done with Patrice, opening for Patrice on, I can't remember the name of the tour, but anyway, it was, I think, 2005 or 2004. At that time, he was also on Your Mama Records. Then that was the connection. Basically, you know, he gave me the opportunity to express myself on his stage. I think that was the beginning of something that has turned out to become what it is today. And I definitely connect to him. You know, a couple of years later, we needed our time to also interact and get to know one another. So we didn't really connect on that tour, just like I didn't connect with Sean Paul in the beginning. People are always very, you know, that's how artists are, I guess, you know. just a couple of years later, then we started vibing. So Patrice and I are also in good terms now.
Yeah, yeah. And you like his kind of music, his content?
I do. I mean, I would. Yeah, definitely. I do.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Very nice. What do you think about a little bit new stuff? Santigold. You recognize Santigold? No. Then it doesn't matter.
Santigold.
It's a mixture of hip hop, crime, electro. She.
Oh, I know her.
Yeah.
I know her face. Yes,
Okay.
man. This girl is weird. As in, she's weird, like out there, and that's why I like her. She's unique.
Yeah.
Yeah, I couldn't say anything else. Her
But
style is unique. It's
Yeah.
just very different.
how do you think about dubstep music and drum and bass music? Because I recognize that you've got a remix of Heartbeat from Chase and Status. Is this right?
Yeah.
And I like it very much for me. And how do you like these mixes and this mixture?
Well, depending on what type of mix it becomes.
Yeah.
Obviously, if the soul is ripped apart and raped, then I would not be able to identify with it. But what Chase and Status did, they actually, they kept me
Yeah.
wrapped up and put the rest around.
Yeah.
I like that.
Okay.
I do like dub. I do. I want to explore
Yeah.
more electro dub and dub. What did you call it just now? Yeah,
This dubstep. Yeah.
Yeah, I think I can see myself doing 1 or 2 tracks.
Okay. Not the
Dubstep.
whole thing, but a
Yeah,
little bit.
like with some sort of Afro
Yes.
influence.
I also think
Definitely.
it's very interesting mixture. Yeah. I don't know if you recognize it or not.
I do,
But,
from a
Freundeskreis,
distance,
yeah.
of course.
Max Herre performed yesterday with Joy at the main stage.
Really,
Yeah.
like back in the days.
Was a
Nice
good old
one.
yes, good old things, and also things of his new album. Hallo
Yeah.
Welt.
I like
So,
Freundeskreis. Always loved them. Brooke Russell,
yeah.
Max, Joy, big time
Oh,
family. On the other hand, they used to be with Sony back in the days. They've left. I'm all by myself now. No, but always like Freundeskreis.
okay, very cool. What can we expect today of your show?
Today, today, by God's grace, a lot of energy, a lot of love, a lot of simplicity, authenticity.
It sounds like a good mixture. We're
Just
very
me
excited
expressing.
to see you then.
Thank
Thank you
you.
for the vinyl check and have a very nice time at the Splash Festival.
Thank you for your time.